Oh. Hold on. What? Why they playing? There we go. Hey, you don't gotta worry about tapping the podcast or nothing either, bro. Especially if it's shit you already know. W Mikey, he finally went over there. Let's go. I've been telling him that's our one of our peoples and shit. I was assuming you was probably doing the same. He probably went over there because you told him to. You know how we do, Mook. Always throwing everybody up and shit, you know what I mean? Show love. Love to see it work, you know what I'm saying? Love to see it actually come in full, you know, what is it, like fruition, or what is that word? I said, what is that word? Is that word fruition? Like
fruition? Yeah.
Oh, fruition. Fru, like F-R-U.
I think it's don't give me the line, bro. You know I be thinking I'm smart.
hey, gang, I'm over here like
when they come to words. When they go to words, I be like, bro, what the fuck? This shit don't even make sense.
Hey, I put my
because it's the word. Because the same shit with the shit tyranny. Like, gang, it's tyrant, but it's tyranny. Like, it don't make sense.
Chat, y'all can hear. Oh, and welcome to the Juiice Pops Show. We got brother Watch Milan, aka Bass Mook, aka Mook, in the motherfucking building in the cut. Chat, y'all can hear his voice. We over here talking about what was we talking about again, Mook? Damn. Oh, fruition. Oh, facts. Hold on, Mook. Chat. Do y'all think Mook could spell that? I know I couldn't. Fruition? Fruition? That's gotta be wrong. That's like fruition. Fruition. I don't know. I don't got a clue. Wait, what's going on, baby? I appreciate you being in the pod. W waking this month. Man, appreciate you being out. Yes, sir. On the podcast with it.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't see it though.
Yeah. I'm on the pod with it. Shout out to the 3 people in the building. Do appreciate you guys. If you guys just got done watching Thursday night football, man, and Thursday day football, I want to wish everybody in the building a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that's gonna be watching that live on the back end as well. Later on tonight or tomorrow, whatever day you watching it. So happy Thanksgiving. Even if you watching this like a year later, a month late, man, happy Thanksgiving. Chat, we're gonna get straight into it here in a second. The Baltimore Ravens ended up getting the dub. The Cincinnati Bengals ended up shocking the Ravens and getting the dub. I said that completely wrong. They ended up getting the dub 32-14. The Ravens could have won this game multiple times, I feel like. But shout out to the shout out to the Bengals defense. Yeah, I don't think I've said that all year. I don't think I've said shout out to the Bengals defense all year. They looked like they were ready to play when Joe Burrow came back. That was pretty good. Chat, before we get into my full reaction and whatnot, I do want to pull up just a little ones and twos for you guys for some fun real quick. Never really do nothing like this. I want to shout out to the nightcap. We're going to throw the nightcap up for a couple of seconds so you guys can hear them. They are currently live. We're going to see what they got to say on the back end of the Bengals. If you guys want to hear what they actually had to say for the entirety of it, make sure you guys go tap into their podcast. They are currently live. We are going to listen in just for a second, chat, see what they think, and then we are going to get straight into it. And then Mook, when you start your stream, let me know, gang. I can mute in Discord too, so we're not you know what I mean? So I'm not talking about football on like your Twitch stream. All right.
500 for the first time
Oh
since
shoot,
week 5 of last
chat.
season.
I almost
The
said
Cowboys
Pops
in
ain't even
back-to-back
here.
weeks.
They're getting
just
into the
beat
Kansas
both
City
teams
game and the
that were in
Dallas
the
game.
Super Bowl in a span of 4
Looks like it's my turn.
Dak Prescott, 27 of 39.
Never mind with the
Oh, they
idea.
left me at
2
gold
touchdowns, 1
5.
interception.
Oh, they were
CeeDee Lamb.
left me at gold.
We kind of timed
Now I'm
that
back at
perfectly,
Browns.
chat.
That sucks.
Shout out to the
They gave me
Nightcap.
hella shit.
We were gonna listen to them for a couple of seconds, but yeah, it's not gonna happen. The Bengals end up getting a dub, chat. Let's spark this joint up, and we're gonna get into it. If there's anybody in there that would like to talk about the Bengals, man, the Ravens, Cowboys, Kansas City, who else played? Detroit ended up losing to the Packers. That reaction's already out. Make sure you guys go watch the video. Yeah, if there's anybody in it that would like to talk about the game, let me know your thoughts on the game real quick before we jump into it. I would love to hear a fan's perspective, or shoot, what other NFL watchers think before we jump into it. I was quite surprised with the game. To anybody out there listening, I was actually very surprised. Yes, sir. Spark it up a little joint, chat. If anybody else out there spoke, make sure y'all spark up with me. If you don't smoke, do not smoke. I do not condone it, chat. Only smoke if you currently smoke. Other than that, chat, do not pick it up. Ooh, wee. Yes, sir. We're about to get into it. It was quite wild, chat. It was quite wild in so many different ways that it made me super happy, because the Steelers, that's my team, chat. If you're new to the podcast, I'm a Steelers fan. Pops is a Vikings fan. And the AFC North is in shambles right now. I mean, is in complete shambles. And we just lost the number 1 spot to the Ravens. So now we really needed the Bengals to get the dub. It's crazy how you root for the teams that you hate, especially in the AFC North, because I feel like everyone in the North is a rival versus other divisions. I think the AFC North kind of takes the cake on that one when it comes to just a rivalry out the gate with all teams. And I feel like that kind of explains the game today to everyone out there listening. I think the game kind of had a couple of opportunities to swing in either team's favor. And it kind of seemed like it was still 50-50 for majority of the game. But then when it got more toward the back end of the fourth quarter, my internet crashed, so I didn't get to see why they turned the ball over. But when I go to ESPN just to look, next thing I know, the Bengals got the ball. And we're about to look that up real quick, chat, to see how the Bengals got the ball back. But I don't know if it was another turnover, but the turnovers were very costly, in particular to the Ravens, just because of where they had their turnovers at and how they had their turnovers, versus how the Bengals had their turnovers. They were more the Ravens were more detrimental, especially at the time. The Bengals could afford to have that turnover in those certain moments because their turnover was coming after the Ravens had a turnover. So it wasn't as detrimental. It's kind of like that's a different vibe for that whole side of the team, or that whole side of the field, that changes. And it's different when you give the ball back, but you know that you just got the ball too. So you kind of still feel really good about that versus, just gave the ball up. It's bad news, long day. So I think that was a big pivotal point in the game. Let me pull up some stats, chat, and we're going to get into it. Alrighty. Appreciate you, Book Book. Let's see here, chat. Let me pull up ESPN here, and while I'm doing that, I don't want to bore you guys.
He's a top
Shout out to the nightcap. We'll throw them up real quick.
Right?
Yes.
On the
Top 5 talent.
screen.
Yes.
When he puts
Let's see what
it
they got
all
going
together,
on with the Cowboys
he puts it all
and the
together
Chiefs
and
game. I'll throw
focuses
myself over here real
on
quick
just
too,
the
chat.
game itself. You can still have fun. You can still have that edge that makes you in NFL young boy. You can still have that edge, but just know what line not to cross and just teeter it just a little bit. That's what you get when he's been with the Cowboys so far. That's what you get.
He's phenomenal. I mean, he can make tough contested catches. He's tremendous run after the catch. A big body. He's physical.
Yeah.
He's focused.
Here
And
we
what's funny? You know what's funny? You've seen him in
Damn,
person
this
yet?
overview of the
No.
game kind of looks
Man,
crazy.
the man every bit of 6'4".
Crazy.
Oh yeah, he looked
Man,
big on
he-
television. He looked. He
Oh,
looked.
okay.
He don't
You
look.
see-
You know what I'm saying, Ocho? He don't look. He don't look like a Julio. Like
Chat,
that
when you
size.
look at
But you
these
can tell
stats,
he's on the
and you
taller
actually
side.
look at
He
the
tall, he
Bengals
tall, he
stats
tall
here,
as hell. So I mean, just what he's able to do at his height, you know. As far
it
as
doesn't
his
look
route
like
running,
they were
but
just
what he's
supposed to
able do when
walk
he get the
away with this
goddamn ball
game.
in his hand.
Like, it doesn't look like they were
Cool.
supposed
He
to
ran
win
a slant
32
route,
to
and I ain't
14.
seen this in a long time. Most of the time, you see it in college because everyone it doesn't react as fast. You catch a slant and you reverse back out.
Peel out. Yep.
Peel back out, man. That doesn't happen in the NFL because people close.
Damn,
the
Jordan
gaps.
Battle had
Them
one
linemen
hell
gonna
of
be
a
hitting you in the
game.
back of your head.
Back of your head, get one or the other. I'm like, this man out here cut the fool.
Ocho, if you look at, because I thought Kansas City offensively.
Okay.
All
All right, chat. Currently, all I'm doing right now is I got done
dropped
watching the
huge
game. I'm just
third
looking
down.
at some of the
They
stats
gave
and
him the
stuff,
ball
so
back.
I
They
can
end
kind
up-
of
'cause,
rip and run and do everything that
started to get a
I would
rhythm
like to
and they
do
making some plays,
for the
and I was like,
video wise
that third down, and we're talking about
for you
the
guys
same
that's
thing
gonna drop
happening
tonight.
in Detroit.
Just
Yeah.
bear with me
Jameson
maybe
Williams.
about a minute or
That's
two
a-
longer,
it was a little
and then we're
tougher
gonna
catch
jump straight
for
into the
Jameson,
full
'cause
breakdown of the
with that
Bengals
kind
and the
of
Ravens
speed,
game.
and they throw that ball
But
in the
also,
backfield,
chat
Yeah.
right here
Hey,
is the
that's-
nightcap. Shout out to the
it's
nightcap.
hard.
This
It's
is their
hard.
audio as well.
Excuse me, but I thought Rasheed
Yo,
Rice,
I'm a new
that
subscriber.
drop on third down
Tyler
was huge. They
World.
ended up
What's
having a
going
punt.
on? Welcome, welcome.
And it gave
Happy
the
Thanksgiving
Cowboys
to
the
you.
ball
Hey,
back.
happy Thanksgiving to you
And, I
too.
think they
Happy
ended up getting
Thanksgiving
a
to
field goal
everybody
out
in the
of it, if
chat.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We said that
I
at the
didn't
very
jot it
beginning
down.
of the chat, and hopefully
But
we get to
if you look
say
at
that a
Kansas City
whole bunch of
defense,
times
Chat, and
throughout the
I think
rest of the
y'all- I think
stream,
y'all
man. When
agree.
people pop in, happy
This is not the same
Thanksgiving. No cap.
Because Ocho, when they bring pressure,
I'm assuming
you
you're a Chiefs
sacrifice
fan
the back end.
because you got a Chiefs
I
logo.
mean,
That's cool. How do you feel about your Chiefs today?
George Pickens ran the same
I did
route,
not talk about the
slant.
Chiefs
His corners
in a
playing
video today. We
slightly
dropped the
outside.
Lions and
Why
Packers
are you
video.
going for a head
The
fake
Chiefs
outside when you already
video
out
will
there?
get made right after the Bengals
Ocho, you
and
already-
the
Ocho,
Ravens video. So
you
we're gonna do
already
the Ravens and
split the difference.
Bengals,
You
and then
already
right after
there.
we do the Bengals
Yeah,
and
and you know,
Ravens chat, we're
most of
gonna
the
jump
time
straight
when it
into
comes to depending on who
the
the
Kansas
receiver
City
is, the
Chiefs
corner ain't going for
versus
the outside fake, but because it's Pickens
Dallas
and what
Cowboys.
he's put on film so far, you
Very
fall into the
shocking on
first
that
move
loss too,
every
chat.
time.
Very
Because
shocking.
you're not confident.
Bingo.
Watch Stingley.
Bingo.
Watch Surtain. Watch those. Hey.
All right, chat. I made the
they
joint
not
just a
doing
couple of times. I'm gonna put it out, and then we're gonna get into it. I don't want to
Yeah.
smoke on the
Yeah.
video, but we are gonna smoke on the podcast. If anybody out there is smoking, please enjoy. If you got smoke, go ahead and spark up. If you do not smoke, then do not smoke, chat, and do not
You
pick
ain't
it up,
gained no
chat.
ground, Ocho.
Bad habit.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. Once you
Shout out
start
to
to
Watch
gain
Balam.
ground,
Shout out to
once you
Wake and
close the
Bake,
cushion,
and shout out to
what
Tyler
happened
World for being in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving
You
and
had
a
gained
good
ground.
Thursday night of
Nah,
football.
at all.
Ready to place.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna
Yeah.
be tired, but you ain't got no. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So once you start to come upfield and
Mm-hmm.
you try to close that cushion, I'm going here. I'm going here.
Yeah. And the funny thing about it is, and most of the time, all that is, I call
Chat, I really respect and I love the insight that we get from Shannon Sharp and from Ocho, because they both display like charismatic, or however I believe that's how you say the word, right? Like charismatic in their, like, or however you say that, in their character when it comes to like an actual NFL athlete, like transitioning into the podcast side of things, because I know the media is real tough, especially like with all the guidelines and like not trying to back end your career and stuff. So shout out to them for really being able to do it and like make it work really good together. Shout out to both of them. W duo.
to feel them. I want to feel where you at and
Yes.
and continue to keep that distance between us, so it keeps me in position to make a play no matter what. Because if you can't close my cushion, and you have to transition, I'm more than positioned to make a play because I'm on the top side. If you in front of me or I'm trailing, okay, now I'm in no man's land damn near because I'm at your mercy. I'm at your mercy, but as long as I got eyes on you and you in front of me and my shoulders aren't turned upfield and I'm square.
Time is the chat.
shit,
12:44. Give me till 12:46. Here we go, rock and roll.
DB, you the wide receiver. I do this, and I can't touch you. That means you haven't moved. So guess what? You haven't moved. You're not running nothing deep.
Right.
Because the thing is, in order for it to time up, you got to go in a hurry. You got to be 42 and 4.
Chat, I'll let the
If
fans
you not
call it.
moving,
Anybody out there in the chat
that's
right
gonna
now?
time it off.
Would you guys like for me
So
to
once
sit
I do
down
this,
for the
I don't
reactions,
touch
or would
you.
you
I
guys
do
like
this,
for me
I
to
don't
stand
touch
up and do the reactions?
Well, you ain't
If
close to
anybody
touch
out
you,
there
so
would
you're
like to
not
call
going
it, you
anywhere.
guys
So you running
are more than
something quick
welcome to
underneath.
call it in the chat right now, and I
Got to
got
be.
y'all.
I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at your. If I'm looking at your stance. I'm looking at, and I saw who's that today. I saw somebody. I forget who it was, Ocho. He crashed down. Guys, if the guy crashed down, what you think the other guy gonna do? He gonna loop around.
Yeah, every time.
You got
He's
to
got to.
replace what disappeared. I'm like, guys, are you serious? You mean to tell me you let that guy cross your face, pass that off, and be ready for the looper? The linebacker's gonna loop over the top.
Ooh-wee.
He ain't trying to put two guys in the A gap, two guys in the B gap.
Yeah.
Somebody got to hit A, somebody got to hit B, and somebody got to be in the C.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is,
Chatting what they're referring
a
to,
lot
if
of
you
times-
guys do not know, A, B, and C gap is very simple, chat. It's like 1, 2, 3. When you look at the line, you got a crease in between each lineman. And then that's what they're referring to for A, B, and C for the gaps, chat.
guys panic.
You
They
do.
panic. And
You
they
do.
don't trust their coaches.
Oh,
They don't trust their
it's about that
technique,
time,
and they
chat.
panic,
It's
and
about
the
that
next thing
time.
You know, the play gets blown up. When
Yeah.
all you had to do was to trust your
Let's do it.
technique. You know that guy
gonna stay there. We
disappeared.
gonna rock out.
Somebody's got to appear.
And you know you got to think fast too, huh? You got to.
Oh, you do? Yes.
You got to think fast. You got to recognize what you see in front of you. Use your eyes. Again, your technique for one. But you got to be able to communicate.
Yes.
You got to be able to communicate. Some of the things that you see on film,
Mook, do you
throughout
need me
the
to,
week,
mute
you're
in
gonna
Discord,
see 'em in the
Brody?
game.
Yes.
You're gonna see him in the game. Most of the time, it catches you off guard because sometimes you study stuff and you see a formation and okay, this is it. I'm ready. I'm waiting. And then
I
it's
don't know
something
if he was
completely
streaming,
different.
chat.
Then they
So we're
come
about
back
to-
and hit
oh,
you with
dang,
the
y'all
same
can't see
exact thing that you saw on film, but you're not ready for it because they done load you to sleep with other shit. They didn't load you to sleep.
But the way they study tape, the way we study tape, Ocho, we gonna look at everything. Okay, obviously we looking at coverages, and we look at D linemen. Because back then, when I was in the league, they used to play a lot of 25 front. The Sam Backer was on the ball. Now all they play are over fronts.
Shout out
It's
to
the
them.
4 down linemen. They
Right.
rarely put the Sam Backer on the ball.
Right.
Now the Steelers play a 3-4 defense where they play Sam, Will, Mike, Plug,
Right.
and they got 3 down linemen, and they got both linebackers on the ball. And normally one always coming because you want 4-man pressure.
Right.
With that being said, we would get cut up, and we look at.
I think. Let me make that just a little bit bigger. I can read it easy, but that shit don't make it no bigger, Juice. Goofy motherfucker. I think Kansas City Chiefs. We need other wide receivers like CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. Y'all had an opportunity to get George, but I don't think Big Red wanted that on his style of offense. I don't think that it fit this scheme of personality wise. I think the player did. I think if they could have got around that, then I feel like any team in the league, just like the Cowboys, you should fire. I think you should fire. Like, you got money, you know what I mean? If you got the opportunity, let's do it. I thought that would have been a great pickup for you guys, if you want me to be honest. I think y'all really dropped the ball on that, and I think in the offseason you guys dropped the ball on wide receivers as well. I know the money was tight for certain things, but I think y'all could have got a couple of pieces, honestly, in that department. But Lamb, I don't see him going nowhere. And then Pickens, the video just dropped about Pickens possibly going somewhere else. I would love to see Pickens go get the bag, and I would love to see Pickens just go dominate somewhere. Because I think that he can. But my issue with Kansas City Chiefs, we can't ball with our running backs. I think Andy, he can't trust our RB game. I think after Pacheco's injury, I think he bounced back, and I don't think like he looked bad. But I think the problem is I think they like Kareem Hunt more. So I think they're trying to work in both at the same time, and Kareem Hunt is able to still turn it on, and it's like Pacheco turns it on instantly, and you love the motor, but it's just like it's not working. I agree with you. I don't know if it's the run scheme. I don't know if it's the setup. I don't know if it's what you guys got going on personally when it comes to how you guys are designing and when you guys are choosing to do run plays. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the run game either. I'm confused on what the thought process is gonna be moving forward. Like when it comes to the offense, honestly. Because in the playoffs you're gonna have to compete. And if you can't compete in the playoffs and put up points consistently or be able to move the ball consistently in the AFC, then playoffs get real bad. So you could go down real quick in a hurry in an AFC game. You're in the playoffs. Best of the best, everybody ready to play. If the defenses are gonna hit on all cylinders, even if it's a bad team. So you're gonna have to be able to move that offense. If you can't move that offense, it's gonna be a long day. And you're gonna have to be able to run the ball. I think passing is a problem for you guys, as well as running, but I think it definitely starts with the run game, most definitely. I think Big Red can dial up damn near anything for you guys with Patty. And I love y'all wide receivers. You guys just got healthy. I think y'all could have made an extra play. But, I mean, I like Kelsey. I like Thornton. He cool. I like Rashid Rice. I like Xavier Worthy. Y'all just don't got no dominant wide receiver that demands certain attention. So, like, I think that hurts you guys, too. I was listening to a Kansas City Chiefs podcast. Hey, let's go. Shout out to that Kansas City Chiefs podcast. They say I was making sure I read that right. That we need physical wide receiver for Yeah. That makes sense. I wouldn't be mad at that assessment. I think that's fair. But you don't need no physical wide receiver that can't get open though. Like you need a big wide receiver that can, like, if AJ Brown was over there, oh, that'd be money. You know what I'm saying? And AJ Brown don't run the best routes. So like you can go get something like that, but I don't think you guys are going to be able to pay that money for like an AJ Brown or something. So I think you guys are going to have to find like a kind of like a Jawan Jennings at San Francisco. Like it don't gotta be some super splash, but I think that you guys gotta have some dominance when it comes to making something happen. And what I mean by that is when you're on that line of scrimmage, you gotta make something happen on that defense. Like, and yeah, they worried about, Xavier Worthy and stuff. Yeah, they worried about Rice, but they know it's a lot of screens. They know it's a lot of goals, and they just worried about the scramble plays. They worried about the backyard boogie. So as long as, they stay clouded, they going to be good. And they stay in deep thirds or, whatever. They can always play up on, the screens and stuff. Just don't get beat over the top and stuff. Allow your athletic ability to keep making plays against Kansas City. And so I don't think it's just a run game, but I do think that you have a very, very, very good point when it comes to not being able to trust your run game, Brody. It's real tough. And when I do the Kansas City one after this, I'll make sure I talk about that in there too. That is a good point. I like that point. Thank you. Let me angle this camera up just a little bit more because I don't want my head to keep cutting off. I was getting on my nerves. All right, chat. Let me hit this vape and let's do it. We're finna do the Bengals and the Ravens real quick, and then chat. We'll do the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Cowboys. Damn. My bad, Chip. We got the Cincinnati Bengals, man. We're currently recording this live, so shout out to Tyler World for being currently in that podcast while we are live. But anyways, we got the Bengals and we got the Ravens. They shocked the world. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First of all, needed that. Second of all, yes, sir. Third of all, thank you. Fourth of all, y'all still not winning the North. Okay? All right, no offense. Okay, I'm a Steelers fan. I had to get that out the way. All right, that was out of pocket. My bad. I do apologize. Y'all looked good. I'm very shocked on what happened. On just Thanksgiving in general. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody that's watching the video as well. But I'm very surprised on what happened. I did not expect the score to be 32-14 as a final. But when you watch the game, it makes sense. Nah, it really don't. And then when you look at the stats, it really don't make sense either. 17 for 32 for Lamar Jackson. 246 passing yards. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Okay. 24 for 46 for Joe Burrow. 261 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Okay, big difference. Turnover there. 2 touchdowns, no touchdowns. Okay. I get that. But if you take away the touchdown and the interceptions, or the interception and the 2 touchdowns, it don't look that bad, right, just on paper. But when you watch the game, there were so many opportunities for the Ravens to win the game. And there were so many opportunities for Cincinnati to keep trying to lose the game or trying to win the game. I didn't know what was going on. It was an AFC North matchup, and I was in shambles because I really needed the Bengals to win because I'm a Steelers fan. So, once again, thank you. Chase Brown, 15 carries for 78 yards. Good work. They needed that. 10 carries for 60 yards and 1 touchdown from Derrick Henry. We're about to get into that here in a minute. I'm so confused on the Ravens. I know that we got other running backs. I get it. I understand, but I don't understand why the King ain't in the game. Why? Say, what are we doing? I didn't he had a touchdown, and then after the touchdown, how many times did I see him after that? I'm like, I get that we're losing, but get him involved in the game. Shoot, he had a screen or a little. No, I don't even think it was a screen. He had like a little choice route, I think, and he just curled it back in, and he sat down, and then he got like 20 something and picked up a first down too, and some extras. Why did we not see Derrick Henry? First of all, is for the Ravens. I'm so confused on the thought process when it comes to Harbaugh and Derrick Henry sometimes. I get it. It's a tough decision to make when you have Lamar Jackson and you also have Derrick Henry. 10 carries is crazy. Crazy. Okay, all right. Had to get that out the way. I had to. Other than that, man, it was a great AFC North matchup. I loved what I seen. You really didn't know what was going on or who was going to win the game. The game was going back and forth. There was a moment where you thought Baltimore was about to bust the doors wide open and go ahead and just, take off with the AFC North. I'm going to be a Steelers fan. Sad over here. Pookie face. And then, no. Matter of fact, I think he swiped at it. Right at the goal line. Yes, sir. Fumble. Isaiah Likely. I know you'll make up for it, big dog. Don't worry about it too much. It ain't just on you. But, yeah, that was very costly. And that also plays into Lamar Jackson, I believe, and why he was 17 for 32, and why the game also goes the way that it goes. You still can involve Derrick Henry, but I understand that fumble, and then there was another fumble later on in the game with Lamar Jackson. I believe it was later on in the game where Lamar, in the pocket, goes for the sack, ball goes up, defensive lineman, boom. Now they're in the red zone. Just those moments make it hard for the quarterback to get back in the game, but that's why, Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson, and he's paid the way that he's paid. He was an MVP quarterback. He still can be an MVP quarterback, and that's why he is that type of quarterback, and he gets talked about in this type of light, even though his performance wasn't the worst. It just gets looked at it that way because of how good he really is, and we know what he's capable of, and you have these moments, right, to where now it really depends on him because of the likely fumble. They can't make, too much shake and, stay in the game for too long with the Bengals. And then, just other fortunate events happen, and that's just how the game goes sometimes. Burrow, I don't think he played phenomenal, but there was moments where Burrow should have been sacked. And he got up out of there. And just like those little extra extended plays on the offensive side for Cincinnati, I think really kept them in the game to be able just to have that nudge throughout the entirety of the game, just a little bit. Because it was going back and forth, but it felt like Cincinnati was still there. And you was expecting Baltimore just to run away with the thing at this point because their defense hasn't looked good at all for Cincinnati. So then the Bengals defense looks okay, and then they look great. And then they look and then they look great. It was just an AFC North matchup. It was bang bang, and the Bengals ended up getting it done. I could agree with you there, Tyler. I could agree with you there. I think Joe looked a little bit better than what Lamar did tonight, but I don't think Lamar looked terrible. I just think that the Bengals were ready for Joe Burrow to come back, and when he came back, they was ready to play. And I don't think that the Ravens were ready for them to come out the door, come out the gate, and say, hello, let's keep it moving. So when they have that presence from snap one, the Bengals are ready to go. The Ravens looked like they were ready to go, but they weren't executing, Small things here that turn into big, massive. They can't, get the wheels turning, in the red zone, or just get the offense moving. So, shout out to the Bengals defense for being talked about by everybody, honestly, by everybody. And then to go out there and have a performance like this, and even though you didn't play the best game, you made sure y'all won the game. And hats off to you. Phenomenal game. 1 for 43. Tough catch. Look great. Isaiah Likely had no touchdowns, and he should have had a touchdown. That was the tough one. There was no T. Higgins for Cincinnati. So for them to put up 32 points, Joe played solid, the team played solid, but the defense really made sure they gave them every opportunity to be able to put up points and compete with Lamar Jackson, Baltimore Ravens, and Derrick Henry the King. Dang. Shout out to them Bengals. Who they nation, eh? Mike Gesicki had 2 catches for 19. Mike Tinsley had 2 catches for 22 with 9 targets. Tinsley was getting targets like T. Higgins, and he was getting the balls like T. Higgins too. He was getting jump balls. He was getting like, hey, you got to put your body on the line a little bit. It's tough being T, but he made great adjustments to the ball, got his hands on the ball a lot of the time. And then Andre Eosias. I know I'm saying your name wrong. I do apologize. But he had 1 catch for 29 yards. He's never really too involved in the offense, but he always seems to be able to have like a 3rd down catch or like a nice little 1st down catch to really get the offense, going. Or like, oh, okay. Let's keep it moving real quick. Like, dang. We had Jamar, we had T covered, but T wasn't there. But usually, so it's like, he got us on the 3rd down. So it was nice to see him be able to get 1 catch too. Mark Andrews had 4 catches for 47 yards. Derrick Henry had 1 catch for 44. My bad. I thought it was like 20 something. My fault. 44 is crazy work. Shout out to 44 yards on 1 catch. If you took that on the parlay, you hit. D-Hop had 2 catches for 25 yards, 3 targets, 1 catch for 17 from Charlie Kohler. Sorry, no clue who he is. Keaton Mitchell had 2 catches for 12 yards. I feel like I seen too much Keaton tonight. He had what? He had 2 carries. The other running back, Rasheen Ali, had 4. Okay, maybe just let Mitchell get the receptions. I'm cool with that. But like, Derrick Henry got to get more than 10 carries. Like, he's got to get more than 10 carries. There's no way. Roquan Smith, 11 total tackles, but he only had 3 solos. Teddy Buchanan played solid. Marlon Humphrey. You have phenomenal defense and still got cooked. And you have phenomenal defense and made good plays too. So shout out to Marlon Humphrey tonight. He played solid, but boy, Jamar Chase, nice. What can you say, chat? What can you say? Jamar Chase is nice. Let's see here. Anything else that I want to talk about real quick on this Thanksgiving late night primetime game? Let's see here. Oh yeah. Shout out to Demetrius Knight Jr. from South Carolina. I'm a fan of you. Watched your game. Wished you would have came to Pittsburgh. Not gonna lie to you. Love to see you making plays. Love to see you balling, Brody. Keep doing your thing, most definitely. Happy to see that for sure. Happy Thanksgiving on that one. I think that's it, chat, for everything mainly. I do want to look at time of possession, 38 minutes to 21 minutes. That's not crazy. I feel like Baltimore still could have did something with that 21 minutes. They could have had. I feel like they left 2-3 touchdowns out there. And like that changes the game and how the game gets played. And yeah, you could still give Cincinnati, the win, whatever, but it just changes how the game looks, changes how the game is played. Dang, that's tough. 38 minutes to 21 minutes. Shout out to Cincinnati. Let's go. In 2 weeks, beat them again. Please and thank you. Let me see. Anything else that I want to throw in here for you guys? My bad, I didn't really come too prepared, honestly. I'm just gonna fire off of the hip with a couple of things. Let's get the king, man. Come to Pittsburgh. He want 15 carries. We give it to him. He want 22. We give it to him. He want 35. He might get 35. Maybe once. Not too many times though. Coach T not going for that. Okay. Coach T not going for that. But just send him. Send him this way. We got a draft pick for him or something and some money. We got a player for you. Just let us know what you need. Send Derrick Henry this way. I'd appreciate that. But I just don't understand what the Ravens are doing when it comes to like the whole AFC North, besides the Bengals, their offensive schemes are like in discovery mode. And I don't get it. Like the Ravens offense is in like it's in the lost and found. The Steelers offense is in the lost and found. The Browns offense is in the lost and found. The only one that actually has their solid offensive like scheme and how everything's dialed up is the daggum Bengals. And could y'all imagine if they mess around and win the AFC North? I might disappear for like 2 whole months off of the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. But to all of the Bengals fans, I don't know how likely that is, but hey, you can wish for it. That's what I would do. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video just like that. I appreciate you guys. I've never said that before. I don't even know why I said that. But the Bengals end up getting the win, 32-14 against the Ravens. I'm shocked. I'm happy with it. I'm surprised. I'm happy. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Alright, boo. Shot that for you guys. Now you guys will have that. I can't read my my chat. So let me refresh my phone for you guys. My stream crashed in the middle of doing that. If anybody else is still here, my bad. I do apologize. Shout out to the we got 9 people watching. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in here. If you guys are football fans, let me know who you're fans of, or let me know anything. Just chop it up about some football, or whatever y'all want to chop it up about. But happy Thanksgiving, chat. Up next, we are going to talk about, and we gotta shoot a video too. Oh yeah, Kansas City versus Dallas. Let me pull that up for you guys, chat. 1 second. Oh damn, my shit look crazy. Haha. Oh well, it's just hair, chat. NFL scores. My bad, chat. I didn't have this clip, so I gotta make it real quick. Sorry. 1 second. Change this. That's a lot bigger. Let me make sure it don't look like crap. I ain't move it. Alright, there we go, Jet. Bang. Alright, chat. Do not smoke, chat. I'm gonna hit this vape. But do not smoke, chat. 1 second. I don't want to hit it on the video. Alright, chat. I don't actually know none of these stats on this game. I just watched it, just like the other one. So I'm really just going to spitball this one, chat. We're just going to have some fun with this, and then I'll pull up some stats for you guys. We'll chop it up about the stats. If anybody in the chat would like to do like a Q&A or like, not like a Q&A, but like you guys can ask questions. You guys can ask questions in the chat if you want. And then once I get done shooting or talking about the Kansas City versus the Cowboys game, then I can start reading off your guys' questions in the chat if you guys want. And then we can start answering them. Kind of like donos and stuff, but like you guys don't got a dono. You can just like, put them in the chat. All right, let's get into it. Subscribe if you guys are new. Make sure you guys like the podcast. If you guys want more content, we just dropped the reaction to the Lions and the Packers game. It's already on the channel. But you guys do not have to like or subscribe. Just appreciate you being here. Happy Thanksgiving. All right, let's do it. Alrighty then. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody on this video as well. Kansas City, Dallas Cowboys, and we got a lot to talk about, honestly. So let's just jump straight into it. Are the Cowboys for real? I don't know if I'm buying it, okay? But are the Cowboys for real? I don't know. And is Kansas City for real? Because I don't know. At this point, I'm confused. I thought Kansas City was going to be dang near for sure lock. Okay? They're not getting back into it. Like, what's going on? We lose to Dallas? Respectfully. Like, come on, like, Dallas, come on. Like, everybody got Kansas City getting that game, and that's fine. No big deal. But y'all in the, like in the hunt. Like, y'all got the Chargers to worry about. Y'all got the Broncos to worry. Like, Dallas don't got all that to worry about. So y'all better figure out what y'all got going on, Kansas City and them Red Rangers, man. Big Red, get them together, coach them up, baby. It's not working right now. Y'all got to get some wins, and y'all got to get some wins fast. Dallas, I'm surprised. Hats off. Good win. America's team decided to go out there and perform. And 31-28, I was not expecting. I was expecting more like 28, maybe 13. You know, I was kind of expecting like the Ravens, Baltimore score for the Dallas and Kansas City game. But then, it's like the games flip-flopped. So let's get into it real quick, because it's not like Kansas City played terrible, man. 23 passing attempts out of 23 completions out of 34 passing attempts for 261 yards and 4 touchdowns from Patrick Mahomes. Hold on. 4 touchdowns. 23 for 34. 261 yards. And we lose? Hold on. That can't be right, Like, I'm thinking as a Kansas City fan. Ain't no way. Like, there's no way. So, boom. Let's go to Dak. 27 for 39. Okay, cool. 320. Ooh. 2 touchdowns and an interception, though. So, you're telling me my quarterback can throw 4 tugs. 4 of them things. They can throw a pick and 2 tugs. And we lose? Something ain't adding up. That's just how I'm looking at it, chat. How much better is Patrick Mahomes supposed to play for you guys to be able to get the win in the playoffs? Does he got to go 29 for 34, 320, 5 tugs? Like, how much does he technically have to do in order to get the win? Because when you go to the playoffs, it's going to get a little bit harder. And if you can't win with 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, defense, y'all gotta do a little something else. I don't know. Y'all gotta fix that. Let's get into this just a little bit before we get into the receivers. The running back game. Are they in shambles or are they okay? Because Kareem Hunt looks like he's the better running back out of the two. And I'm a Pacheco fan. Pacheco looks like he's ready to get the ball and then go rush for 5,000 yards instantly. Like, he looked like he ready to go run. He was wound up, and then he just sitting there waiting. Right once the ball snapped, boom, let him go. But he's not. It's not working. So, and they're not using him as the number 1 running back, and then they don't give him the red zone carries, and I think that's gonna affect the player's mental too. Even though I think he's aware that Kareem Hunt is a better option when it comes to the red zone, but I think when you have Pacheco. And let's say, and this has happened a few different times, but not in this game. He has a nice little run. He might get about 5 yards. Then he has another run. He might get about 13 to 23. You guys are in the red zone. And then what happens? Kareem Hunt comes in the game. But Pacheco still wants to be in the game, and then he has to go out. And then he's put his head down a couple times. And I'm not saying he's not happy or anything. I think he loves the team. But I think that maybe that affects the way that the running back system works over there. Because I don't think that the running back plays are the worst plays. I don't think that they're calling the plays at the worst time. But maybe they need to change when they do their run plays. Or like set their run plays up differently. Maybe, I'm not sure. If you can't get another running back, which you can't, you got to be able to figure it out by the playoffs, because you got the same problem that the Steelers have, which is my team. We don't have that understanding of the run game. And that is going to be super duper hard to take to round 1 and then go to round 2, let alone to get to the AFC Championship game. So you have to figure that out before you get to the playoffs. You don't want to go to the playoffs trying to figure that out. I don't think that that makes the most sense. For me personally, I don't think that that's worked in the past, and I don't think that it's going to start working in the future. So I think Kansas City has to figure out their run game. Pittsburgh has to figure out their run game. There's a couple teams out there that got to figure out what they got going on, just like the Ravens, like we just got done talking about on a previous video. Got to figure out what we got going on when it comes to the running back situation and how we're going to work that in on the offense when it comes to the playoff time. Because Kansas City right now is fighting for a wild card spot damn near. Like, you ain't getting above the Broncos. It ain't happening. And you fighting your life off to beat the Chargers. And Dallas, trying to make sure they get in and stay in. And I don't know if I would say Dallas is a playoff contender team to me. I just think that they're just a team that kind of wins games and lose games respectfully. But this could be the new side of the coin, chat, to where Dallas really has figured it out on that defensive side. They're getting solid. Maybe they can stay confident on the offensive side. Pickens looks phenomenal. I mean, Pickens looks like the number 1 wide receiver when it comes to Dallas. No disrespect, CD, but CD looks phenomenal. But, I mean, Pickens over there hurdling over everything. I mean, he going crazy. Every time you throw him the ball, it's a catch. Every time. Every time you throw him the ball, you know what time it is. So, shout out to Pickens. Shout out to Jerry Jones for being able to make that move in the offseason as well. I think that was a great move that a lot of people weren't too fond of. And then he took a lot of slack. I think picking up Quinnen Williams was a phenomenal pickup right before the trade deadline. I think that helped out that defensive line a lot, and I think that played a huge part in why they ended up winning the game against Kansas City today. And Kansas City wasn't planning for Dallas to have Quinnen Williams before the trade deadline. So that could have thrown some wrenches in, maybe changed up, how the run game went for Kansas City as well. But throughout the entirety of the season, you're back in Kansas City anyways. So I don't think it's just this game in particular. I think it's throughout the entirety of the season. Xavier Worthy had a solid game. He had 4 catches for 61. But Rashee Rice, 8 catches for 92 on 12 targets. Them two combined, they had 12 catches for about $140. Good work, fellas. Good work. But they're missing that dominant wide receiver, I think. I think if they can get that dominant wide receiver that calls for that double on him and double teaming him or throwing a defensive scheme around him, we might cost ourselves every third down. And if we show them that we're not going to do that, it could go all bad. So I think that they got to make sure that in the off season they correct these things. But I'm curious on how Big Red Kansas City is going to adjust before the playoffs and then step into the playoffs and be able to get it done. Because I know Kansas City's ready to go back to the Super Bowl. And I know they're a Super Bowl team. So can they get it done in the AFC? We're going to have to find out. Shout out to Dallas, man. They got it done. Defense looks solid. Defense was out there making plays. Jadeveon Clowney had 2 big sacks on the game. One of them, it was like Patrick Mahomes. He was on the close side of the sideline. And it was like, just throw the ball away, man. Like, what are we doing? Just throw the ball away. But my podcast is crashing. Chat keeps crashing, so I'm gonna have to end this video and then let them know about the podcast and restart that. So make sure you guys subscribe, like, and then tap into go watch the next video. Oh yeah, Pops wasn't here tonight. Chat, Pops is sleeping. Alrighty. Alright, boom. Alright, chat. That was the Kansas City and Dallas talk. What we got going on? Chair. Damn. Oh, shoot. Where'd I go? Disappeared. Hold on. I'm back. All right, chat. I wanted to sit down, man. Let me see. I want to make sure if there's anyone in the podcast right now, would you guys mind commenting and let me know if the stream is up and working? It's showing me now that it's good, but I want to make sure that it's good for you guys. Shout out to the 7 people still watching. Dang, we had 77 viewers. Or 77 total views. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. That's love. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Chat, we're trying our best to really grow this podcast with my dad so we can have as much fun as we can on the podcast and do what we love for you guys. So if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing if you're new, that'd be cool. You guys can drop a like on the live stream if you would like as well. But other than that, chat, how is your guys' Thanksgiving going? And does anybody have any football questions, anything they want to throw out there? Because that was really all I had for video-wise that I wanted to get recorded, chat, so I didn't have anything else planned when it comes to recording. But we can still chop it up and talk about some football, chat. Chat, should we just talk about the Ravens and the Bengals? I mean, that's what the title is, right? We got some Bengals and some Raven fans in here. Let me know. Damn, that still don't look right, chat. The heck? Hold on. Trying to get it. Come on. Oh, it's playing with me, chat, at this point. Get y'all together real quick. Boom. Sorry, chat. I gotta do all of this myself. My bad. All right, we'll just leave it like that. Let's see here. Let me open up some things about the Ravens, man. Let me see here, chat. Let's look at the AFC North, or let's go look at the standings. Let's go to NFL. Let's go to ESPN. ESPN NFL standings. Let's see here. Let's go. Okay, chat. With them losing, that puts Pittsburgh back at number 1. I'm geeked. So the Steelers are now number 1 in the AFC North. The Ravens are number 2. Bengals are 3, and then Browns obviously last. But Shador and them could make a little change. I don't think and I don't see them making the playoffs in any way, shape, or form. But I could see Cincinnati, because Cincinnati still plays the Ravens and plays the Steelers. So if they beat both of us, that knocks us both down, and then they grab 2. Yeah, Cincinnati, Ravens, and then the Steelers. Chat, all fair game still. Was division 2-1, 2-1 for Steelers and Ravens, and then 3-1 for Cincinnati because they got the win today. The Ravens were 2-0 in the division until tonight. Browns 0-4. It's over with for them. Okay. The AFC North, chat, kinda looks like the worst division, but I don't think it's the worst division in football. Like that and the NFC South. NFC South is 6-5, 6-6, 4-7, 2-9. Kind of basically the exact same thing. So the NFC North looks like the worst division in the NFC, and then the AFC North looks like the worst division in the AFC. That's crazy. Every bottom team in the AFC division only has, the Browns have 3 wins. Everyone else only has 2 or less. See, the AFC North, the Vikings are 4-7. They're 8-3, 8-3, 7-5, 4-7. The NFC North looks good. Them Bears look nice. The Packers look phenomenal. I'm kind of dumbfounded by what's happening at Green Bay right now. Detroit, they really needed that win, but Division 1-3 versus the Packers 3-0, but they still got the chance with the Bears being 1-2 in the division, and they're only 1 game back. But Bears look good though, so that's gonna be a little tough. Chat, this playoff picture is gonna look real wild. So now the Ravens go out of the playoff, and the Steelers take the 7th seed, I believe, and the Steelers would be matched up against the Denver Broncos. I don't like that, chat. I do not like that. Let's see what the Ravens schedule looks like. Let's see what they got going on. Schedule. Okay, so the Ravens play Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, New England, Green Bay, Pittsburgh. I don't like reading that we got 2 games. I don't like that. I don't like that we got 2 games, Jet. 2 games against the Ravens. And they're going to be hungry to get one now because they just lost their win streak to Cincinnati. They're going to have to come get blood over here, though. Yeah. Any Ravens fans in the chat right now? Let me know. We got a matchup next week. I'm going to have to talk about that on the podcast tomorrow. That'll be a good matchup. That'll be fun. Yeah, the Ravens schedule looks nasty. They play Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, New England, Green Bay, Pittsburgh. That is ugly. Patriots look like the best team in the AFC, damn near. Green Bay basically looks like one of the best teams in the NFC. And then they got Pittsburgh twice, which them just suck. And then they got Cincinnati. Damn. They really needed this win today. They really needed that. Let's go. That is a massive win for Cincinnati. Let's see what the Bengals schedules looks like. Let's see if they got a chance. Oh, they play Buffalo, and then they play Baltimore. See, that is tough because you go Pittsburgh, Patriots, Baltimore, Buffalo, Baltimore. That's tough. Like, you're going to be banged up because they play Miami after that. They're going to be banged up playing Miami. They might lose that game. But then they play Arizona at home. I think they'll get that. They play Cleveland at home. I think they get that. I don't know if they can travel to Florida and get that dub, but I think they can. It's on NBC. It's 8:20. They got the primetime game. I think primetime game. I think they can get that against Tua and them. So I think they get the win against Cleveland at the back end of the season. Or here, let's start from Buffalo, chat. I think they lose to Buffalo. No, I think, damn. Yeah, they probably gonna lose Buffalo, lose to Baltimore, beat Miami, beat Arizona, beat Cleveland. But I don't think just those 3 wins are enough to get them into the AFC playoff bracket or into the hunt. I think that they're just going to end up being too far down unless Baltimore. But Baltimore has a really tough schedule. So they could mess around and lose a lot of their games. Who's Pittsburgh got, chat? Oh, no, that was Pittsburgh's schedule? Oh, fudge. I clicked on the wrong team on accident, chat. Hold on. Cincinnati schedule. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know. That's the Bengals schedule. Yeah, that's the Bengals schedule. Hold on. Then what's the Steelers schedule? Because it's not changing. 1 second. Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's see, chat. Let's see what this AFC North looks like. Chat, if there's anyone in here and if you guys would like graphics up on the screen, let me know. I can show you guys what I'm doing. Or maybe I could just add that to the screen now for you guys just to do it. But I know this is a podcast. This isn't really like a live stream, so I'm trying to keep it podcasty, but I do want to show you guys the information. Let's see here. Okay, chat, we can throw it right there. Alrighty. Let's go down real quick. So Pittsburgh plays Buffalo next, right? Pittsburgh plays Buffalo next, Baltimore, Miami, Detroit, Cleveland, Baltimore. And we split games with Cincinnati. And then we already beat Cleveland. So we have to beat Cleveland. And we got to beat Baltimore at least once. And then we're going to have to beat Buffalo. And then we damn near got to win out. I don't know. This is going to be tough. This AFC North is dangerous. The Ravens look great. The Bengals look good. like in certain moments, and then they look bad. Like the Steelers look good in certain moments, and then they look bad. I think it's just gonna come down to, chat, whoever can figure it out the fastest. I think whoever can get like their team together on offense and defense to click and be continuously clicking, I think that team will probably win the AFC North. And I don't know which team it's going to be out of all three. I know it's not going to be the Browns, but Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, they all have a chance. Dang. That's crazy. Okay. Well, it's going to be a long end of the season. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only got 10 more weeks left of football, technically, chat, if you consider the Super Bowl. If you want to consider the Pro Bowl, then we have 11. But the Pro Bowl is not really a football game, if we're being honest, respectfully. Chat, would you guys like to see anything be added to the Pro Bowl this year? Anybody got any suggestions or any thoughts? Oh, my bad. We have 16 people currently watching right now. What's going on? Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, man. Gobble, gobble. Welcome to the Juiice Pops podcast. If you guys would want to, you guys can subscribe, like, but you guys don't have to. Just drop a comment down in the chat and let us know who's your favorite team, your favorite player. Shoot, what you got going on? Right now we just got done recording our reaction to the Bengals and Browns, or Bengals and Ravens, and then we did Kansas City versus who else, chat? Drawing a blank right now. Not the Lions. Lions and Packers, Kansas City, and Kansas City lost to Dallas. So we recorded both of those reactions. Those will drop once I get done with this live stream. I really don't got too much to say right now, chat. Honestly, I mean, I could sit here and talk about football all day, but I don't know what you guys want to hear. I'm assuming maybe just more Ravens and Bengals shit because that's the title. I kind of want to keep it around what you guys want to hear, but if that's what you guys want to hear, I got y'all. Somebody let me know in the chat, and we'll talk about whatever, or we can continue talking about the Bengals and Ravens. 32-14 win. The one thing that I never look at though, chat, is the quarters, like first, second, third, fourth. 3, 9, 14, 6 for the Bengals. 7-0, 7-0 for the Ravens. And I feel like the Ravens could have put up 14 or 21 in 2 different quarters. I honestly don't know how the Ravens did not win that game, but I mean, Cincinnati went out there and got it done. I was just very surprised to see it's not even like I was surprised to see the Bengals win. I was just surprised to not see Derrick Henry in the game much, not see him be utilized, and then to notice that the Bengals had the best offense in the AFC North when it comes to just overall. Not even I know who their players are, but when that means nothing when it comes to just being a good offense that can consistently score and whatnot. When Joe Burrow's in there, they're able to consistently move the ball, even with the not best offensive line. And the Ravens and Steelers can't seem to figure that out. It's tough. They got away with a good win today. After you look at the schedule and you look at how many games are left, and then you look at who's left, it's going to be tough for the Ravens to get some wins. It's going to be tough for Cincinnati to get wins, and it's going to be tough for Pittsburgh to get wins because two of the teams play Buffalo. The Ravens and Steelers play twice. There's a lot of good teams in there. Detroit is in there for the Steelers. It's going to be a tough road for the AFC North. And I'm curious to see who actually makes it out. Even though I'm a Steelers fan, I don't know who is going to come out on top, but I wouldn't be surprised. I still wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens somehow got it together and got it done. Because sadly, I know that, it's a rivalry game and they can beat us, chat. And that's how it goes. Next thing you know, Ravens and Cincinnati are fighting for that number 1 spot. And it's going to be, clash of the AFC North. And then they play one more time, and then that'll help decide that game if Cincinnati gets that and they win both. And then Pittsburgh can get one game against the Ravens. That kind of changes the whole game. So in the next 2 weeks, we'll know a lot about the AFC North. And then in 2 weeks after that, it could change a whole bunch. And then there's 2 weeks left in the season, and it could still change. The AFC North could come down to the very last week, possibly. It could very well come down to the very last week because all 4 teams play a division game at the last game of the season. So it could very well come down to week 18 for the AFC North to see who gets the 7th seed and probably plays the Broncos. Tough. But I like the Steelers' chances, Ravens, and I think Broncos might get Cincinnati. No, the Broncos might get Baltimore, I think. I think Cincinnati and Pittsburgh got a solid chance against Broncos. But I still think the Broncos got a pretty good chance of just sweeping the whole AFC North, honestly. The Broncos look good. Defense look phenomenal. Running backs look sharp. Quarterback playing solid ball. I'm not mad at Bo Nix, not one bit. Bo Nix definitely gets it done. So, yeah. Chat, I'm really just rambling at this point. I appreciate the 11 people in the building, man. Thank y'all so much. See here, let me see. Ooh wee. I can pull up some other stuff too. Texting real quick, chat. 1 second. Chat, I need to go get a drink. 1 second, and then I will be right back. Hopefully y'all don't go nowhere. Chat, I do not condone drinking. I got myself a little. Make a little ultra real quick, chat. 1 second. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought I was out of the camera, chat. My bad, y'all. My apologies, chat. Shout out to everyone that is still currently watching the podcast. I really do appreciate you guys. It's helping Pops and I get the watch time. So one day we might be able to make some money off of the podcast videos that we make and I spend some time on. That would be pretty cool. Let's see here, chat. Chat, am I being viewed by it right now or something? No way, we still got 7 viewers. Y'all are rocking with me like that? No way. Y'all showing love like that, chat? I appreciate it so much. I feel like I'm being viewed by it, chat. Somebody say hi. Oh shoot. Oh wow, my face just looked crazy when I was looking over there. All right, chat. Maybe I'm not. Maybe y'all just rocking with me, man, and y'all don't want to say that, and that's cool too. Let's see here.
And see if
What's
is good enough to get them into the playoffs.
Let's see what Nightcap has going on, chat.
Brian BB Gaming. I think we're talking about Kansas City. Yeah. I think after the Bengals bunghole slapping the Ravens, it confirmed Ocho may have elite ball knowledge we haven't seen before. He got lucky. Like he say, every squirrel found a nut here and there.
No, that wasn't luck. Luck is playing a lotto and picking the right numbers. That's luck. Me telling you that the Bengals were gonna be the Ravens is pure ball knowledge, and that's what I have.
You said
they still talking about it, chat. I love it.
Who said that?
You.
I don't remember last year. It's 2025.
All right.
He said I don't remember last year. It's 2025.
Hey, Nightcap. I appreciate y'all do so much love. Are you going to
They're doing Q&As right now, chat.
So I can purchase a bottle and possibly get you to sign it. If not, how could I get you to sign it?
Chat, if you guys would like to do Q&As over here, I would love to. You guys don't have to donate. Well, I mean, you guys can't even donate if you wanted to, but you guys can just ask questions in the chat.
So we're coming.
I would love to talk some ball with y'all or any sport, honestly. Even if I don't know about it, I'd love to learn.
We're talking to distribution in Ohio, so I'm sure Columbus, probably be Columbus. What's
Chat, this is the back end of the podcast where I'm chilling.
Cincinnati.
I'm really just super appreciative of all the views that we're getting right now. So I'm kind of keeping it going.
I am King Rail 47. Bengal Kittens ain't going nowhere, Patriots. To the Super Bowl, come on home, Ocho.
Right.
We all streaming right now, buddy.
All right. Keep that same energy now.
We are.
We are at church.
Armando, 1154 Ocho. Who cares about them Bengals?
I'm on my sports podcast, and Mook is on his Twitch.
It's time for your palm olive to grease a bubble bath.
So I'm gonna head to the Twitch.
Chuck Smith the fourth. I saw Ocho at the game.
All right,
he helped me with my woman problem. He helped me
Oh,
get
yeah.
her back.
1 second. I gotta get
For
Charlie.
real.
He's right
Hey,
here.
hey,
Y'all
hey,
wanna say
before
hi
the
to
game on the sideline, maybe like, hey, Ocho, man, I'm having problems. I have woman problems. See, I'm telling you, we need to have a therapy session for people that's having issues, in relationship. So me and him, we made a video together.
Y'all did?
Yeah, I made a video with him so he could listen, miss. I'm sure y'all going through y'all problems, but whatever. It's time to come back home. Now, if we have to go looking for you, it's gonna be a problem. That was it. Simple.
Therapy session. I'd be on the couch talking to myself. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Charlie.
Hey, I say a lot of people say, well, how y'all gonna
Say hi
give
to
people
Charlie,
advice?
man.
If y'all don't have successful relationships. Well, those are the people you want to talk to, not the
Tell
people
you
that
what not to do.
Yeah, exactly. So who's better than that? And then the people that been together for 30, 40 years, they gonna lie to you. They ain't gonna tell you the truth. They ain't gonna tell you the truth. They gonna be saying all this right stuff on how we did it. That come on, man.
Dale Dundee 74. What were your favorite and least favorite stadiums to play in, and why? The Vet in Philly was awful. The Astrodome in Houston was terrible. Cleveland Municipal Stadium. Cincinnati was a drag
All right, chat,
too.
I am back.
Damn, that's messed up, huh? Well, my
one
favorite
second,
favorite place to play in. I love hostile environments. I was very comfortable in chaotic.
Shout out to the nightcap.
atmospheres.
Sorry, I left
was
their stuff
Oakland.
up while I walked
Oakland-
away. I
Oakland
wasn't
was
even thinking
crazy.
about it. My bad. I
Yeah,
was
no,
not trying to
fans
use their
never
content or
before-
nothing
well, once they were past
like that.
baseball
Shout out to the
season.
nightcap too.
Hey, but them goddamn fans in Oakland in the black.
Let
Bro,
me see here, chat.
we're
We got some chatters. Love it. Let me get the Oh, where's it at, chat? Ooh. Wrong stuff. Boom. I got it somewhere. I think I got it somewhere, chat. This one? Bang. There y'all go. Ravens. Bengals. Joseph Burrow asks, you think Bengals got a chance at the playoffs? We actually were just talking about that. I looked at your guys' schedule. I think that you guys actually have a fair shot. The Bengals go. Hey, shout out to Gaines in the chat as well. Appreciate you. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Or happy Thanksgiving to everybody. But the Bengals, I think, have a solid chance. But the biggest thing about the AFC North is, like, it's a toss-up right now. Like, the Steelers are number 1, and I'm a Steelers fan, but you don't know if we're gonna win that division. The Bengals are the Ravens are number 2 in the division right now, and you don't know if they're gonna win the division, but you can think that they might win that division. A little bit more than what the Steelers would, right? That's how some, football fans think, especially me, and I'm a Steelers fan, honestly, because our offense is, in shambles. But then the Ravens' offense looked like they were in shambles today as well. So it kind of had me thinking, and when we were looking at it, the Bengals look like they have the best offense in the AFC North. So I think that helps your guys' opportunity and chances. And then when it comes to the schedule, that's where, like, the big thing happens. Like, the Ravens and Steelers, we play twice. So it depends, like, who wins certain games. And then you guys play the Ravens in 2 weeks. So in two weeks, you'll know a lot. You'll know a lot when it comes to that playoff. And then about 2 weeks after that, everything will kind of either settle down and we'll know who's what, or it'll still look exactly how it does and you still don't know, because the Ravens, Cincinnati, and the Steelers all have a tough schedule remaining. None of their schedules, we just went over them and pulled them up on the screen, none of their schedules are easy. So it's going to be tough for any team that's even in the North to consistently win games. So it's just going to be about getting that offense fully together, the defense fully together, and get them to work at the same time, and doing it consistently. The Bengals have the problem with the defense. You guys got the defense, so that helped you guys out. And then the Steelers, we have the problem with the offense, and then the defense helps us out. The Ravens have the offense, and then the defense is usually just solid, and they play very well. Right now, it's like the defense is having to carry a little bit more load, and the offense has to meet the defense just a little bit more. So I think whoever in the North can meet offensively and defensively wise as a unit and be able to stack games together and consistently perform well on both sides of the ball, I think that'll be the team that wins the AFC North, 100%. You think Shador gonna perform against the Niners 1,000? I got love for Shador. Big fan of Shador. Wanted him to be successful when he was at his HBCU college. Even when he went to Colorado. I hate when an athlete is crapped on by the world, and then especially people like us. Let me put myself in the middle. And crapped on by the world, and especially by people like us, just simply because his dad is Deion Sanders. I don't think that that's fair. Yeah, the kid's not perfect, but I mean, the kid's a kid, and he was growing up, and now he's a man, and he's one of the best quarterbacks that was coming out of college. I think that he deserved his opportunity. He finally got it. I think that he performed and played well. I think that he has a high ceiling. So I'm eager to see what happens against Brock Purdy and the Niners, because if the Browns want to win that game, they're going to have to either play a super solid game plan, or they're going to have to allow Shador to be Shador, and they're going to have to open that playbook up a little bit, and they're going to have to get active. If anything, Chip Kelly just got released, and he was just signed a contract to be the highest paid offensive coordinator, then got released by the Raiders. Go pick him up and just bring him over. Just bring him over. Hey, I'll pay you some money if you just want to come sign over here and just come help out this offense a little bit or something. Like, do that or something, and like really open up the offense. I think that would be phenomenal for the Browns. But we're gonna hopefully see typical Browns offense, and we're gonna see play action. We're gonna see heavy dose of Judkins.
Hey yo,
We're
where can
gonna
I
see
where can I
Judd.
hear that football podcast or the sports podcast at?
We're gonna see Judd open everything up, and then let me tell him real quick. 1 second, try to get my ear. The Juice and Pop Show, Brody. It's 2 I's. Juice with 2 I's. Juiice, and then and Pops, Pops. Juice and Pop Show. All right. Let's get back into it, chat. But
For sure, how much I'll find it right now.
But overall, though, chat, I think Shador has a chance to 23 for 34, 270, 2 tugs.
You said Juice and Pops?
I think that would be nice. Hold on, he keeps talking in my ear. Sorry, chat. He's just trying to join the chat, and I ain't trying to keep messing y'all up. The Browns are really stupid for Shador and Dylan. I think Kevin Stefanski really favors Dylan. Yeah, but that was his guy. Chat, you got to understand, when someone's drafting a guy and they're in the draft room, they want to give their guy a chance. It's tough to work your way up to the position that you worked your way up to. And then you're in that position. And then, like, you go away from the guy that you wanted and you drafted. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think about it, but it's just tough. It don't, like, logically, it don't make much sense. If this was the guy that you thought was the guy, why would I rush his process? You know what I mean? Never do you see a rookie quarterback get, like, that's drafted to be the starting quarterback or that's drafted to play. Never do you see him not getting the first team snaps. So to share the snaps is tough. Even though you never see like a 3rd round and a 5th round quarterback be drafted, but the quarterback that was drafted in the 5th round really could have been drafted in the 3rd round. So it was like the first time that we ever got to see something like this too. So like there's so many different intangibles I think that went into it that you got to allow him to like ride that situation out. And if it goes bad, it goes bad. Now, do I think out or going into the bye week, do I think Shador should have been starting? Yes. But if you really think Dylan is the guy, and then if everyone at practice and on the team thought that too, then I would have still gone with him. Like when you seen Shador throw the bomb to Isaiah Bond, right? You seen Myles Garrett reaction. One, he was just super surprised and shocked. But I think what he was shocked was I think he's seen that at practice, but I don't think he's seen that much. So for him to see it in a game, I think that not only shocked Myles Garrett, but I think it shocked the Browns. I just think that Stefanski low-key wants Gabriel to start no matter what, even if Shador plays good. So I think that that's a situation that the Browns are going to have to address sooner or later. And sooner would probably be better than later, unless they can somehow make it work. But definitely going into the offseason, I would definitely address that situation personally. I don't think that it'll work, especially if he doesn't want the young man to play. After the game, it seemed like he was saying some things that was leading more towards Gabriel starting next week, which was like, huh? And then Shador just played and won the game. Like, I'm confused, you know what I mean? But then he ends up coming out and saying Shador is going to be the starter. So it just seems like Stefanski wants Dylan Gabriel to be the starter too. So I just think that, it might be a little baggage later on down the road, Chet. And Chet, if you guys are new to the podcast, please ask whatever questions you guys want, sports related or football wise, in the chat. I would love to answer a bunch of different questions, chat. We're currently trying to get watch time on the podcast, and right now everyone that is in here is helping out, so we can maybe one day make money from the videos that we upload to you guys with my dad, and that'd be really cool. So I appreciate you guys. Please spam the chat with a bunch of questions. It'd be awesome. The Browns are really stupid. I read that. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about $250 million Deshaun Watson. That is crazy. I'm assuming you're a Browns fan, Joseph. Nah, you're Joseph Burrow. You got to be a Cincy fan. So you just a football fan. Okay, I like it. I was going to ask you, how many years did Deshaun Watson have left on his contract? But I can look it up real quick. Deshaun Watson contract. Oh, wow. Okay, chat. So Deshaun Watson is going to make $46 million on the salary cap in 2026. Damn. Shador's going to have to ball. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out, chat. I don't know, cause if he has 1 year left for $46 million, I mean, you've already ate $200 million. What's 46 million more? You know what I mean? Like, I can't fathom it, honestly. It as like an owner, you know what I mean, and everything else, it would make your stomach turn. Like, you would want him playing. Like, I paid him $46 million to play this year. Like, he is not hurt. I want him to play. I don't care how good Shador was playing. Like, he is the quarterback. Unless Shador is playing super, super duper good. That will be a crazy thing to go into on the offseason, chat. Could you imagine? I mean, I imagine Deshaun Watson would go into quarterback competition with whatever quarterback was there. But I think if Shador's your guy, I don't see how or why I mean, I see why we do because of the money if I'm a Browns fan, but I don't see how we put him in because Deshaun Watson hasn't looked terrible, but he hasn't looked good. You know what I mean? Like, he just looks like a solid quarterback. He doesn't look like Deshaun Watson that was on Houston. So that's a completely different world and a completely different ball game when it comes to Shador. Because now Shador is competing against Stefanski, Gabriel, plus Watson. But he knew that going there. And that's the best spot for him to go if he wanted to play at quarterback, because they need a quarterback. And maybe the Browns are just ready to walk away from the situation and wash their hands with it. And maybe they just want whoever is going to be their quarterback for this year and next year. Maybe they just want Deshaun Watson to coach him up as best as they can, or as best as he can. Like, hey, give him as much knowledge as you possibly can. Help him out to the best of your ability. We're paying you $46 million this year and next year to simply help our rookie quarterbacks. You can sit right here on this bench and chill unless we have to have you. Other than that, coach him up. I mean, there's so many different ways to look at it, but with $46 million being on the ticket, you would expect them to start him no matter what. But then again, I don't know. It's the Browns. Like, you have no idea what the Browns are gonna do. You have no clue. Like, you know what the Steelers are gonna do usually. You never know what the Browns are gonna do. You never know what Cincinnati's gonna do. And you know for sure what the Ravens are gonna do. Like, they gonna run that bitch for sure. Usually. Tonight they didn't, obviously. Appreciate everyone in the building, though. Shout out to everyone. Thank you so much. If anyone is new here, right now it is the Q&A section. Please ask questions. Let me do this for y'all, chat. Questions. Alright, I'm making a PNG for you guys real quick, chat. 1 second. Okay, I'm coming back right now. Alright, chat, I'm back. Throwing up this PNG for you guys. Smooth, chat. I'm a smooth criminal. Dun 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 dun. Ow. Dun 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 dun. W, appreciate you, Moot. Appreciate you, big dog. W, watch my line, man. Let me see if I can tab you up too, bro. My streams only crashed like 2-3 times today of the podcast. Where the winds meet. See you over there, gang. Got you, big dog. Thank you so much for popping into the pod. Chet, that's Watch Milan. He was just on this week's episode of the podcast. The podcast hasn't fully released, but some of the videos have, and he was on the first 3 videos that dropped this week. Thoughts on Zach Taylor? Should Bengals move on? I feel like we get a good coach, we're gonna be a contender. I actually made a post on the channel. I think it was like a couple weeks back, and I was like, should they fire Zach Taylor, yes or no? And I think it was like 50-50 on the voting. I would have to go back and look, But I mean, it's hard to when you win with Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to. And like when Flacco was in there, like it's Flacco. Like and it looks good. Like you guys didn't look like the worst team in the league. And you guys could have looked like one of the worst 10 teams in the league. So I don't think Zach Taylor is the problem. But once you guys get fully healthy and get T. Higgins back from his concussion, I think, and then if you guys can make it to the playoffs, I think that'll be able to tell you guys like all the answers you guys want to know about Zach Taylor. If you guys can make it to the playoffs, I think that'll be big time. I think that'll be big time. Chat, I did not expect to be able to do an hour long. What is this? An hour and 47-minute long podcast. I appreciate you guys. W. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys being in the podcast. Make sure you guys comment if you guys are new. Anything about football, we are taking questions in right now. We are answering all of y'all questions. What I should do, chat, is once we start getting like enough people in here to where like there's, you know, a decent amount of questions, it'd be cool to record like a little 20, 15, 30-minute segment or whatever and just do like ask questions and just let you guys ask a bunch. And then I just sit here and just answer a bunch of questions and then, you know, just upload it as a video for you guys too. I think that'd be something decent that we could do from the podcast chat, from the live stream, so you guys can get something cool to watch. Or maybe I could make it like a private membership video like down the road or something, or think of something real cool to do. Chat, we are currently relaxing on the podcast right now. We are taking in questions. I would love for anybody to ask any questions. Anything sports related would be awesome. How y'all think y'all gonna do against the Bills? That's tough. That's tough. It's tough because we don't look good. Like, we're going to get A-Rod back for the first game. So it's not like we're getting like A-Rod wanted to come back last game. So I'm assuming we're getting a healthy A-Rod. But it's not like we're getting a dominant, like, presence being felt on that offense. Like, we're so inconsistent with moving the ball that it makes it difficult to, I think, stay in them big games. So it'll be tough. I think we can get the dub though, honestly. I honestly think we can, but the Bills will probably win like 27 to like 14 or 21. But if we do end up getting the win, I think we'll win like, I don't think we'll beat them how we beat them last time. I don't think it'll be a blowout. It'll end up being like I think we'll have to score points, and that's the bad thing. I think it'll end up being like 25, 24. You know, something like that. 21, 19, you know, something like that maybe. If we do end up getting the win. But the Bills do the same thing every year. To me, they look like they can win. They look like they can lose. But it's the Bills. Like, you know who the quarterback is. It's the same thing as Kansas City. The only difference is Kansas City has to make sure they get to the playoffs. Like, they got to make sure they make it. So, tough one. It's a toss-up, but overall, probably the Bills. But I like Pittsburgh chances, though. I like what we got going on. What do you mean, Joseph? What do you mean? Chat, Joseph said, I don't get why Steelers fans and Mike Tomlin hate. And I ain't saying it in a bad way either, chat. Whenever I repeat it, I'm just repeating it so the chat can hear if they're not reading. All right, chat. I ain't touched my phone in about an hour. My bad. I think I'm good for touching my phone once in an hour. I don't go. Got you. A lot of Steelers fans been saying, Tommy. Oh, got you. It's like how can I compare it? Okay. So the difference is you've seen the same thing happen with Bill Belichick, but the difference was Bill Belichick's happened really fast. Mike Tomlin's is, just happening at a slower pace because like Steelers fans have so much love and respect for Mike Tomlin, though, for Coach T. But there are those fans out there that like are ready to go. Like after we lose Big Ben, you know what I mean? It's the same thing as Brady leaving the Patriots, but we lost Big Ben, so now it's like, hey, we've had multiple opportunities to be able to like try to do something to just let's get this quarterback figured out. And if we're not gonna get this quarterback figured out, let's get a damn good running back and let's guarantee something here. Like Warren would be a phenomenal backup for a guaranteed running back. Like let's make sure we make a play. But the Steelers are always so consistent and good that it makes it hard because of the draft picks that we have. You can still find talent. I'm not saying that. But you do miss out on certain guys, though. That's for dang sure. So I think it's a mix of just being consistently good but not good enough. And we haven't been to the playoffs and had an AFC championship game in a while. I think Steelers fans are just getting a little tired and whatnot, but we'll bounce back. I think we'll be groovy. I don't think if we don't make the playoffs this year, I don't think he gets fired or anything. And he just got an extension, so he's not gonna get fired. But I don't think fans will like go for the throat and like be like fire. But I think it will get just a little bit, a little bit more worse than what it was last year. But I don't think it'll like escalate to like the Bill Belichick level. Until like we have a losing season, but I don't see us having a losing season. I think we'll be all right. I feel like we let a couple wins get away from us this year, honestly. A couple of them motherfuckers. My bad, chat. I'm trying to cuss. My fault. My apologies. My throat dry. Been talking a lot. And I'm talking loud. Probably don't even need to talk that loud, honestly. Thoughts on JJ and why has he been so bad? Do you think he's got a chance? JJ McCarthy for the Vikings. Is that who you're referring to, Joseph? I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be all right. It's kind of the same thing that happened at Michigan. You just got to give him a minute. He controls the locker room. He controls the team. He has the respect from the team, and the team ready to rock and ride for him. Now, that's not going to guarantee that he's going to be able to perform, but it does guarantee a confidence that allows him to perform. So now it's going to be on him, but I think he can get it done. I think he can turn it around. I don't think JJ's gonna turn out to be a terrible quarterback. He might end up being like a regular quarterback, but you might have to just give him a little second, like we did with Baker. You know what I'm saying? And I think he'll develop phenomenally. But if you thought him coming out of college, he was going to be this type quarterback, no. He needs a little bit of development. I think everyone should have known that just from watching his games, even though he won, you know. But he still needed some development work for the NFL. So I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be all right. Chat, anyone is welcome to ask questions. Anybody in here? I appreciate the 6 likes. Thank you guys. That's fire. I appreciate the love. That's awesome. Chat, we're 2 minutes away from hitting that 2-hour mark. Yes, sir. 2-hour live podcast, reaction breakdown. Plus, you guys get 2 videos that drop. Chat, should I drop those videos tonight? Or should I drop them tomorrow? Probably drop them tomorrow, right? Since it's 2:30 in the morning. Probably just drop them tomorrow. I already got the thumbnails made, though, chat, if you guys want to see it. Look, go spoil one of them. I'll show y'all real quick, chat. Chat, quick little spoiler alert. This is the thumbnail for the video for the Kansas City losing to Dallas. Y'all like it? What y'all think, chat? Spoiler alert. We could watch a little something, chat. I don't think I can watch, like, I wish we could watch Mic'd Up together, chat. I don't think we can watch like Mic'd Up from this week. I don't think we can watch it. Or well, like from last week. I'm trying to think of something football related that we can watch together that would be decent. Let's see here. Let's see if there's any podcast takes that we can pull up, chat. And then maybe we can put our own little thoughts on it or whatever. Ooh, Shannon Sharp and Ocho 17 hours ago dropped Raiders fail Tom Brady, or failure on Tom Brady. We could listen into that real quick, chat, and see what that's got going on. Did the Raiders fail Tom Brady, chat? Let's see what that's like, chat.
Don't forget to hit that.
Chat, if anybody has questions, please make sure you do ask. Would love to answer any football or sports questions that you guys have, or talk about whatever sports that we can, chat. It would be awesome.
Subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make
Ocho cry. Chat, me and Pops got to get a cool intro for you guys, man.
Ocho Joe, new reports have come out saying Chip Kelly was messing up his own play calls and calling plays not installed. According to Tom Pelissero, there are all kinds of different stories that just came.
Hold on, chat. Okay. So you were telling me Chip Kelly? There's no way you're messing up your own play call. Chat, there is no way you're messing up your own play call. That is crazy work. Let's step in.
And the function of the Raiders offense. There were times I was told that Chip Kelly was repeating botching the plays called. So Geno Smith was going to the line of scrimmage saying, this doesn't look right, and they're not having a run play. Reports also indicate it was Tom Brady's idea to hire Chip Kelly as OC and possibly potential successor to head coach Pete Carroll. Oh, well, we know normally great players, they don't make the best head coaches and talent evaluators.
Owners.
Now,
I feel that. But check, could y'all imagine if Tom Brady had Chip Kelly? Oh my goodness. Tom Brady would have been throwing for 500 yards a game. 500 yards a game. He wouldn't have been able to move around on that offense. Ooh, hey, we not running down. No. We slowing it down though. Okay, we finna slow roll that thing. But could you imagine Chip Kelly with Tom Brady? That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true. That's what's being reported. So we just take this with a grain of salt. But Ocho, if this is true.
Yeah. Hey, that's bad, boy.
Also, that is reported that Brady didn't want Shador. We don't, like I said, those are reports. That's not Ocho and I and Joe, and that's not us. Chat, you guys have read the reports also.
Brady, you ain't want Shador. Hey, Chad, I ain't gonna lie to you. These reports gotta be wrong. These reports gotta be wrong. They gotta be false. Something's not right, Chad. Something ain't right, okay? Something ain't adding up. 1 + 1 it's not making 2. It's adding up to 3 right now. I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm missing something for sure. Ain't no way he didn't want Shador. Now, the reports gotta be wrong a little bit, Chad.
But to hire a first-year coordinator and him be terminated before the season, that is a terrible look.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is for the Raiders, and this is probably a lot.
Chat, I'm
that
doing
has
this to
do
see if
why
we can
the
get any
Raiders have so
information,
much
and then we're just going to
dysfunction.
talk about this
Because they
segment
don't
right
have
now
and they
because I don't have
haven't
nothing
had
to talk about.
stability in a very long time.
Right.
They don't have a coach longer than a couple of years. They don't have a GM longer than a couple of years. They can't find a quarterback. They keep thinking that they're going to find that everybody is not meant to be Mahomes or Lamar or Josh Allen or Joe
Is that all that he had on it?
Sometimes you're going to have to win.
I thought he had
with
other information
a
on it.
lesser, then you get time.
If you don't have a quarterback that's not like you have to have, but
I think they just chopping it up now, Chat.
Unless
Okay.
you get a quarterback.
Yeah, I think they're just chopping it up now. Chat, how do we feel about that? Shador? Do we think Tom Brady didn't want Shador? There's no way, right? There ain't no way. Excuse me. Nah, I can't even fathom Tom Brady not wanting Shador. And to whoever makes false and fake reports and does from what I heard, somebody heard type shit, like, or just making them up, man, you guys gotta stop, man. You guys get people like us and, people that actually, like, try and, like, care about what they talk about and care about the game and, have a little bit of, respect for the game to where we try our best not to actually, go out of the way to disrespect someone, even if they had a bad game. And, yeah. Just to make false reports intentionally, it's kind of weird. But they also, or not they, but people have also said that Jerry Jones has done that in particular just to stay in the media. But Jerry Jones does it himself, so it's not, it's usually not a third party coming out saying that. So with Tom Brady being in the light now, as a non-quarterback in the NFL, I think it'll be interesting to see as the years go on, Chet. I wonder what his role is going to be like when it comes to the Raiders. I wonder if it's actually going to be beneficial for the Raiders, and if it's even going to be beneficial for Tom Brady right now. I wonder how long it'll take for that to actually work out, if it ever does. I got a good feeling that it will work out, but you never know, chat, and you just got to watch from afar. Now, let's step into, let's see if they drop their Bengals reaction, chat, and then we can play that for you guys, because I know that the title is about the Bengals and the Ravens. I would like to throw that up and just chop it up about that. Yep, they threw theirs up.
Hey
an hour
guys,
ago.
it's your favorite Dunk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap.
Chat, shout out to the Nightcap.
Here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories.
What's up, homeboy? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I've been waiting on y'all all night.
What's up, baby?
I wanted y'all to see this. So look, I was in their podcast before I started mine because I wanted to see what Ocho had to say, just because he was a Cincinnati fan. I just wanted that energy, that love, that vibe before I even started our podcast over here on the Juiice Pops Show. And he was late because he was at the game. So they waited on him, or he waited on him. And then when he came back, chat, this is just randomly, because his camera was already on and set up at the hotel. So he just had to walk in his hotel room, and he was good money, and he knew that. So it's funny to see like how it happens, because he literally just walks in the room and just starts turning up. It's funny.
Yeah, that button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories.
Chat, we'll watch a little bit of this, and then we'll see what the chat's looking like, and then we may.
Yeah, I'm here. I've been waiting on y'all all night.
What's up, baby? Huh? Wait, what they do? How you feeling? Talk to me.
Good.
You sure? hey, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Go ahead and get that Raven stuff for. Go ahead and get that Raven stuff for me. I'm okay.
We here. We ain't going nowhere.
I just want to make sure you ain't going nowhere. Huh?
Yeah, Raven still flock. We still flock.
Okay, yeah, y'all flocking, y'all flocked out. That's what happened. Y'all flocked. That's you said it just right. Flock. Listen, I told you, it's one thing I told you, right? There's a difference. There's a difference when one of the better quarterbacks in the league come back. He comes back to a team that has the best receiver in the league as well. So the supporting cast played really well tonight. And I want to give some players some credit tonight. Joseph Asai, hell of a job. DJ Turner, hell of a job tonight.
Yeah.
The offensive
Good job,
line in
DJ
its
Turner.
entirety.
From Michigan, too. Good
Hell of
work.
a job tonight. Hell of a job on the offensive line. The goddamn defense, being able to create the turn. And Butter, your ass better be in the goddamn chat too, Butter, because you were talking all that trash about we got to play the Chiefs, we got to play the Bills, and we just happen to be on the schedule, so you just circle that as a win. Now what you got to say now? Huh? Listen, let me say
Refresh.
one thing, this is my first time at M&T Bank Stadium in a very long time. Now I know I come on here, I play a lot, I talk a lot of trash, but I've always been respectful. And them people, them Ravens fans in that stadium, man, pure class. You hear me? Pure class. Pure class. I mean, the welcoming, being that obviously I'm not a Raven at all, but the welcoming and the graciousness that they showed a young bull like myself.
And chat, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. To whoever them fans were, that's awesome to see. For an ex-athlete to be able to show up to a game that they used to play, whether it is a rivalry team, whether it is their, like, whatever. If you want to hassle them and stuff, blah, 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 that's cool. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't ever take it too far. You know, always make sure there's love there. And for, you know, Ocho to be able to go there, chat, and then for the Ravens fans to show that love, like, that's awesome. Like, you can't beat that. And that's super cool, especially on Thanksgiving, to be able to see the Baltimore Ravens show some high class and show some love to Ocho, even though Cincinnati was in the building and they lost the game. That's tough because you can deal with a lot of fans that'll just ruin your night. So I think that's very high class of the Baltimore Ravens fan organization that was in the building that night. Good work, fellas. Good work, and ladies, kids, whoever was out there. That's awesome.
Because of the love I've always showed throughout the years, I just want to say that, man, to the Ravens fans that I saw tonight, those that I met tonight. As I went throughout the stadium.
Ocho, because I think the first half was the first time I think in his career that he was under 50%.
Yes.
Because he was 12 or 26. But he got going in the second half. He was just off just a tad. Yeah. But look, that defense, that was how you guys won the game. Because you took a touchdown off the board from Likely by stripping him. Now, it looked like to me, Ocho, I don't know, maybe the chat saw something different, but it looked like he was about to go he wanted to raise the ball up as he was going.
Chat, this is kind of cool to see us do our breakdown of the game and then fully listen to this afterwards and kind of see if there's any similarities or anything that we broke down over here versus Golden Jacket, Shannon Sharp, and Sweet Feet, Ocho Cinco with the crazy release, Chad Johnson. So this is kind of cool to watch with you guys on the podcast. If anybody's new here, if you guys want to subscribe, you can. You can, but you don't have to. It'd be cool or awesome if anybody in the chat would like to ask any questions about any sports or football. You guys are more than welcome to ask whatever you guys would like. I'd love to chop it up with you guys. And happy Thanksgiving to anyone that is new to the stream right now. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Blessings,
Joe. The end zone, and they chopped his arm, and he fumbled it.
I think he was losing control of it. And if he was going to raise his arm, I think he might have been trying to raise it to get it away from the person that was on his inside that he could actually see.
Yeah, he didn't see the person coming from. Yeah, he didn't see that person.
Yeah.
So he just saw. He knows somebody. He saw that person coming from this side. So he was getting ready to switch hands. But it was the person from the outside coming inside out that chopped it, and the ball.
I don't think that he went to. I just think that he went to reach for the pylon. I think that he went to just reach for the pylon because he knew he was getting tight, and he knew that it was real close, and he was like, "Oh, I'm right there. I want that." And so many times have we seen this happen, and next thing you know, it's a fumble rooski, and it ended up being a touchback for the Baltimore Ravens. I just think that he was reaching for the pylon, chat, personally, but I think Shannon Sharp also could be right as well.
Goes down. Lamar fumble. Osai.
Yeah,
I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, Joseph Osai. Yeah.
He did a great job of causing the pressure. Got a sack, and the guy catches it right out the air. That Baltimore defense bowled their back. They didn't let him in the end zone for the longest time. The Baltimore Ravens defense held and held and held because I think Cincy was like 0 for 3 in the red zone. Yeah, and they turned them over on downs. But the Ravens offense could not get on track. Mainly that offense goes as Lamar Jackson goes. Lamar didn't play well tonight, Ocho.
He didn't play well tonight, but also I want you to remember what you said about my
defense. He didn't
play
terrible.
What you said about my defense. We couldn't stop nothing. We were last in the league and all this and all these categories statistically and how bad we are and how bad we've been after the season. But all that matters, it's a nice game. And I told you, every game is week to week. It's any given Sunday. You never know what's going to happen, regardless of how bad a team may be statistically and whatever category they may be in. And in games like this tonight, why I was so confident. That's why I was so confident. And obviously, I boast and I talk my trash, but it's one thing about the NFL that I understand and playing the game for a very long time. Even if you dominate in certain areas, there's always a game where for some reason, even a team that's bad, they play well. The matchups,
And what Ocho's saying right now, nail on the head, chat. Any team in the AFC North is 100% going through that every time they match up. So that's a very good point.
Personnel, I mean, whatever it may be. And the turnovers obviously helped a little bit outside.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, because if it wasn't no turnover, we still would have beat y'all.
No, you wouldn't.
The game would have been a lot closer. That's
Let me
all.
ask you a question. How many games y'all won this year when y'all didn't create turnovers?
Here you go. You worried about? You see, we don't want to talk about. We talk about tonight. We talk about tonight.
You got 5 turnovers. How many teams? We saw. Let me ask you a question. We saw Detroit with that high-powered offense turn the ball over against the Commanders last year in the playoffs, and what happened? You know you're not winning no game. You turned the ball over 5 times.
Hey, let me tell you something.
That's a
I
long
hear
trip,
everything
Jack.
you talking about, right? I don't want. We in 2025. I don't want to hear
Tough
about
road.
last year. I want to talk about tonight's game. I want to talk about tonight's game with the Cincinnati Bengals, but built ass. For
You
your
did.
Baltimore. Yes, we did.
But let's not look. You guys did what you needed to do to keep your slim playoff hopes alive.
Slim.
You created turnovers.
Hold on. Oh, so you still talking spicy? Hold on. You do know we go to Buffalo next week, right?
Yes.
And after we play Buffalo, you know who got to come right back to us the following week?
Baltimore.
Yes. Hey, mind your mouth and mind your tongue before you put them in the hole again and y'all lose again. And then we be at the top of the goddamn.
Buffalo. Well, I ain't even worried about that because I already know Buffalo gonna put belt ass. So I ain't cool. I ain't even worried about that.
You said the same thing about Baltimore.
I ain't worried about that.
You said the same thing about Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore. I didn't expect you guys defensively to play this well, and I damn sure didn't expect Lamar to play this bad. So it was a combination of one playing good and
I
the
don't
other
think
playing
Lamar
bad.
played
Your
terrible.
defense played exemplary.
Chat. I get
Can I
it,
tell you something?
but
Yes.
This is a good thing. This is a good thing for us. You know,
What?
as a fan of not just the Bengals, but as a fan of the game of football in general. You know what carries over week to week when you play well? It's called momentum. It's called momentum. And defense.
Y'all ain't got it.
Yeah. See, that momentum and that confidence is going to carry us right on over to Buffalo. It's going to carry us right on over to Buffalo. And then, hold on, we get T. Higgins back next week. Mitchell Tinsley played well. Yoshi played well tonight.
Tinsley played phenomenal, Chat. I didn't even talk about that much in the recap. I talked about that.
You can't play it any better than what Hamilton had him played. He made a great catch.
I talked about it a little bit
That was
in the
beautiful
recap, though,
defense.
but Tinsley played phenomenal
But one
for
thing about beautiful
Cincinnati.
defense, the only thing that can spoil.
Defense.
Like, oh, my bad, Chat.
See, that momentum and that confidence is going to.
And the one big thing too, Chat, is Tinsley. If you guys want my reaction, it'll drop tomorrow or it's earlier on the podcast. If you guys want to go back to it, you guys will see the graph at the bottom. That's how you know when we're talking about the segment. But right now we're just reviewing Ocho and Shannon Sharp. So shout out to both of them. Shout out to the nightcap. But Tinsley played phenomenal, Chat. Even though he had 9 targets and he had some drops, he was getting T. Higgins type targets. He was getting T. Higgins type body adjustments, and he was making the adjustments. He looked good. He played the part. Even if he wasn't open, he adjusted himself to be open. He was being a wide receiver friendly quarterback, and you can't ask for much more. I think they found their third receiver. And I think Tinsley is now going to be the third when T. Higgins comes back.
Carry us right on over to Buffalo. It's gonna carry us right on over to Buffalo. Yoshi played well tonight.
Yeah,
you know,
there we go.
goddamn Tanner caught him a touchdown, little one-hand touchdown.
You can't play it any better than what Hamilton had him played. He made a great catch.
Hey, that was beautiful defense. That was
yes.
Beautiful. But one thing about beautiful defense, the only thing that can spoil that is a perfect throw. Perfect throw, and then that's what that was.
It was, Jack.
Hold on.
Great ball.
Yoshi played
Great ball.
Uno, Jamar Chase came back. He came back. I'm not sure how many catches he had, but he had over 100.
He had 14 targets.
7 for 110,
$110,
right? Buck 10.
Yeah, come on now. What we talking about? We know with 1 game suspension, and then they got to deal with that boy down in Buffalo. And T. Higgins come back, and the defense playing with that kind of momentum going into next week, man.
Man, anybody in here? How do you if anyone wants to comment? How do you guys feel about Buffalo? Like Buffalo's one of I feel like all the top dominant teams right now are kind of figuring it out. How do y'all feel about Buffalo?
We don't see Josh Allen. We don't see that. And no disrespect to them boy, Tre'Davious Ward. I mean, not Tre'Davious. They was my dog last name, man.
I mean,
Tre'Davious White.
Tre'Davious White.
Tre'Davious White. Hey, that's my boy. He been playing some good ball since he came off that Achilles tear. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for that matchup. So I can't wait to see that. We understand the greatness of Josh Allen and his supporting cast, Shakira and them boys, man. But hey, man, we don't even see it. We don't even see it. I know they just signed Brandon Cooks too. We don't even see you either. We cooking. We don't even see nothing, Nathaniel. And I told Eric Ball, you know Eric Ball, right?
Yeah.
I told Eric Ball, I say, listen, Eric, y'all give me a sideline pass to Buffalo, please. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care how, you see, I was a good luck charm for the night. I was a good luck charm for the night because I've been talking trash about us all week and about what we was going to do to the Baltimore Ravens in a respectful way now. In a respectful way. As you can see, I've been showing grace and respect while I've been talking trash. No cursing out, no being.
Nah, you been saying, how many times you done said butt ass? How many times you done said I told you what we was going to do?
Okay, but that's in a respectful manner as opposed to the way other people
No,
talk.
you were cursing early on.
I know. I'm cursing to add emphasis. Like when you cook Thanksgiving dinner, you add seasoning to your food. That's what cursing does for me. I call it a sentence enhancer. That's all. I mean no disrespect. You know, I do this is with all love and respect to all my Ravens fans.
Extra seasoning
Let me
needed.
boast. Let me feel good about myself. And Butter, don't you try to hide on Twitter either, Butter. Huh? You met Buddy or you ain't met Buddy yet, huh?
Chat, Butter is somebody from the chat. Don't let us get one of the relationships. Chat, I'm on your ass, Butter.
Oh yeah, you gotta see his Twitter, man. It's lovely. I'm talking about all things Ravens. Of course, he does other content related to football and basketball and stuff. Man, really good dude. So he been talking trash too. So that's why I keep calling his name. But I'm gonna see you in a minute. I hope you're in the goddamn chat. Anyone else that's a Ravens fans, I say this with all due respect and love.
Gosh dang.
We won the game tonight, and I'm gonna see y'all in 2 weeks. We won the game tonight, and I'm gonna see y'all in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. They did get the win.
I'm also confused by the Ravens' game plan.
You ain't like it?
Derrick Henry breaks off the long run for the touchdown, and I don't really see him until the beginning of the third quarter, and because I see Mitchell and I see everybody else running the football except Derrick Henry. Maybe I missed it.
I mean, we were good. We were doing a good job of containing Derrick Henry most of the night outside of that long run, though.
I mean, but he had 10 carries for 60 yards. He's averaging 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
So even if you take, so he had 32 yards on 9 carries. I think, yeah. But you know how he is. He's a guy that the more touches you give him, the harder he runs. Yeah. I'm also so confused. The Bengals come with a 0 blitz.
Yes.
And you got an end breaking right call. You take the top off it. You had to know it's going to be 0 blitz because you max protected it.
Mm-hmm.
Why else would you check to a max protection if you're not thinking a bomb blitz?
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie to you, Chad. I love how Shannon just go ahead sometimes. Like he ready to fire that gun, sometimes he ready to shoot that Nerf gun, Chad. Don't cap.
And then they run Zay Flowers on a dagger route. Why would you run him on a dagger route and there's nobody in the middle of the field?
You know what's funny too, Unc? That's universal for every team because when there was a 0 blitz for us, and that safety and that backer was coming, I had to slant. Now it's up to the quarterback to say, listen, I'm gonna hold the goddamn ball one more tick. I'm gonna get my ass killed, but change the route up and just go.
Yes.
Right up and just go.
I got the whole field to work with.
Oh, absolutely, because there's nothing back there.
Right.
I mean, the goddamn DB's in no man's land. But that's something that the offensive coordinator has to agree with because you hold that ball too long, you get Lamar killed.
But here's the thing, though, Ocho. You already in gun. You can retreat. It's not like it used to be back in the day when you under center and you check it and you had the back. You already away from the center.
Yeah,
so you already got distance between you and the nearest rusher.
Right.
Now when you retreat, you can just keep retreating and put it up because you're not worried about the safety or anybody from backside coming into play. You can run him on a go. You can run him on a post, cross his face, whatever. Anytime we saw 0 blitz and they checked the coverage, Seven would always say, take the top off.
Mm-hmm. It's money
take
time.
The top off.
It's money time.
Okay.
Very true. It's gotta go. It's gotta come me.
What are y'all doing? Why would you?
Especially like if you have somebody that's dominant, like when you get those opportunities, you gotta take those ones. Like if you get one-on-ones, you gotta take them, chat. You have to.
Run a dagger route. Why would you run a route against 0 coverage for a 15, 20-yard completion when you can have a 40-yard touchdown? It just made no sense to me.
Yeah, you were right.
But the whole game plan tonight, and maybe that had more to do with Cincinnati and how they got after Lamar. and how they did after that long
Chat, I
run.
want to
You're
hit
right,
2
Ocho, they
hours
didn't.
and 30 minutes
Mitchell
on
had
the
an 18-yard
podcast. We
run.
got 3
Lamar had
minutes
a
left.
11-yard scramble.
But I really don't got to
But
hit 2.5
It was
hours.
just the turnover. You're not overcoming that because we already know the Ravens defense is not.
Yeah, I don't have to keep playing their podcast and stuff. Shout out to them. I do appreciate everyone that popped into the podcast tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. I'll probably I don't know when we're gonna do another live stream, chat. We might do one tomorrow for the Friday night game, for the Friday game. So if you guys see us live for the Friday game, hopefully you do. If not, you guys will see a video for sure. But 2 videos drop tomorrow, chat. You guys get the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cincinnati Bengals, and then you guys also get Kansas City Kansas City versus was it the Cowboys? I think so. Might be jumping blank. I'm not sure. But I appreciate everyone that tapped into the podcast. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, and remember, if Pops and I can, you can too. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank y'all for all of the love. Gobble, gobble.